Hey everyone, today you should be on lesson 7 because it's Monday, March 30th. And today what we're going to be able to do is model mixed numbers with the units of hundreds, tens, ones, tenths, and hundredths. And we're going to use expanded form and the place value chart. So really what's happening is we're circling back to expanded form, which you guys did on lesson 3, the very first day of distance learning. So I'm going to go over an example with you. So go ahead and take a look at, if I can find the page, this page. So here I have the number 378 and 73 hundredths. So this is the tenths place. So I have 7 tenths and 3 hundredths. So I wrote this in unit form. So what I did was I broke down each digit and I wrote its unit. So since there's a 3 in the hundreds place, I wrote 3 hundredths. Since there's a 7 in the tens place, I wrote 7 tens. There's an 8 in the ones place, so I wrote 8 ones. Then this is where the decimal point comes in, and we cross over to the tenths place. There are 7 tenths, so I wrote 7 tenths. And then finally, 3 hundredths and 3 hundredths. Now we move to expanded form. This right here is the expanded form. So what I'm doing is I'm taking unit form and I'm writing each unit as a multiplication sentence and I'm adding them all together. So since there's 3 hundreds, that's just 3 times 100. So the unit becomes what I'm multiplying by. And this is the value. So this is the quantity and this is the unit, just like we do in 3 reads. So the quantity is 3 and the unit is hundreds. 3 times 100 equals 300. Same thing for the tens. 7 tens, that's 7 times 10. Over here I have 8 ones, so I do 8 times 1, ones, so I'm multiplying by 1. 7 tenths, 7 times 1 tenth. This is the representation of 1 tenth, 0.1. My 0 looks a little funny though. And then finally 3 hundredths, so it's 3 times 100th, 0.01. And then I put it into the place value chart with all the different place values. So this is going to help you a lot when you do your problem set. So I'm going to do one example for each one on your problem set. So if you look at the very first one on your problem set, you have the place value discs. Underneath, you have the unit form. So what you're doing is you're writing it in decimal form now. So here, you have 2 tens. 2 tens is 20. Then you have 5 tenths. So if you remember, tenths is 0.1. So 5 tenths would be 0.5. 3 hundredths would be 0.03. Now I'm going to add it all up. Notice I don't have any ones, so before the decimal point, it's just going to be 20. Then in my tenths place, I have a 5, so that's 20.5. And then in my hundredths place, I have a 3. So it's 20 and 53 hundredths. Now, so I'm going to let you guys do this one on your own. If you look at number 2, they're asking you to use the place value chart to answer the questions. Express the value of the digit in unit form. So over here, you're going to write the unit form. So the digit blank is in the tens place. It has a value of blank. So if you look at my example, the digit 4 is in the hundreds place. What I'm going to look at first is the place value that they're asking for. So they're asking for the hundreds place. So what I did was I looked at the hundreds place and I saw there was a 4, so I wrote in the 4. Then over here, its value is 4 hundredths. Since it said unit form, I'm writing it in unit form. You want to make sure you do unit form for every single one of them. All right. If you guys have any questions, you can comment on this video or you can call or text me.